I truly believe that most guys do not know what they prefer in the women that they date until they've gone out and actually dated a lot of different types of women. Yo, quick question. What is your favorite color? Specifically, what color of book do you like the best? Because if you say anything other than orange, then we probably can't be friends. What's up guys, Patrick Jameson. This is a brand new shirt that I put on 5 minutes ago from the video that you probably saw a few days ago, but I filmed literally 5 minutes ago. So wanted to make it a little bit different by putting on a new shirt. So what do you think? You like it? You like it? It's a little bit wrinkled if I must say so myself. But anyways, getting to the question, the topic of this video, it comes from a question I got on Facebook a little while ago. And this guy, he's been following me for a while, Daharav. If you watch the video, man, shout out to you. I love you, my dude. So basically he asked, I have a doubt. I was reading about frame control and qualification, and they seem to be very interrelated. Like frame control is sticking to your view in the face of a challenge or a test that a woman might give you, but not qualifying her is not like falling into her frame. Is that correct? Let's just talk about the difference between having a good frame, an attractive frame that attracts women, that really positions you for maximizing your opportunities in life, and then let's talk about what qualification is. So I gave you a little bit of a playful example of how to qualify in the beginning of this video by saying, what's your favorite color of book? Because if it's anything other than orange, then we probably can't be friends. Do you remember that? So obviously that is an example of like qualifying a girl. So qualifying a girl can be basically implying that you have a certain standard for things that you do and don't approve of, or maybe just asking questions, seeing what her viewpoint is on something and seeing if you agree with that viewpoint, which, little spoiler alert, you don't always have to agree with a girl. In fact, if you disagree with a girl, it's gonna spark more tension between you guys, which is gonna make it easier for you guys to become attracted to each other, meaning that you're gonna be able to lead this to a place down the road to where maybe you're sleeping with her, going on a date with her, making your girlfriend. It's really your choice. All you have to do is know how to get these women attracted to you, how to get them chasing you, and then how to lead it from there. So basically frame control, I made a really good video on what frame control is and how to have a strong frame, and I even gave you a good exercise of how to develop a strong frame, an attractive frame, in a previous video that I made like literally 2 or 3 years ago. So I'm gonna put the link to that video down below in the description. I highly recommend you check out that video if you wanna learn more about how to have an attractive frame. But in this video, I really wanna talk about qualification and what it is and how to qualify, because frame control is really, it's like the lens that you view the world through. I'll give you a quick story that Jim Rohn, one of the great personal development people, he actually used to mentor Tony Robbins, and basically he said there's 2 salesmen. They wake up on the same morning and see the same exact day and weather outside. It's raining. The rain is pouring down. So the first salesman looks out the window and says to himself, wow, what a storm. With weather like that, they can't expect you to go out and make sales, so he stays home. The next salesman wakes up, sees the exact same storm, says to himself, wow, what a storm. With weather like this, what a great day to go out and make sales. Most everybody will be home, especially the salesman. All right, so you can see how the same exact situation was presented to these 2 different people, but the way they chose to view the situation, optimistically or pessimistically, or it doesn't even have to be that, it can be anywhere in between, really dictated what result that they got in their life. Obviously, the guy who went out and made sales had more success because there was less competition on that day. So with you really want to develop a strong frame, because most guys, they come from the frame of, if I want to get this girl, then I'm going to have to put her on a pedestal, I'm going to have to treat her like a fairy princess, and I'm going to try to do anything to not offend this girl when I'm with her. And how has that worked out for you if that's your frame? All right, so if you change your frame to something a little bit more attractive, to where maybe she's cute, maybe she's intriguing, I find her attractive, but I don't really know much about her yet, so let's see what she's got, right? If that's your frame, now instead of putting her above you and placing her on a pedestal that you gotta work for, now you're leveling the playing field, simply because you changed your frame. You said, I value myself, I value the women that I wanna bring into my life, and I'm gonna see if she's got anything behind those good looks. Because if there's no substance there, if there's no depth to her personality, then she's probably not gonna be a good fit for someone that I wanna bring into my life.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm putting the pussy up on a pedestal.
So that's a good frame to have, but how do you qualify? And what's the difference between framing and having a good frame and qualifying? I believe that qualification is something that comes as a result of the frame that you have, because I promise you, if you're putting her on a pedestal, you're not doing much qualifying there. She's the one qualifying you to see if you're worthy of bringing into her life. And you're letting her lead the interaction because you're letting her do all the qualifying. But you know, because you've been following raw dating advice and you love the one money shirt that I have on. Check this out. Yeah. Benjamin Franklin, yo. All right, so anyways, qualification comes as a result of your frame. And if you're letting her qualify, then you're letting her lead. And women don't want to lead. If you let her lead, she's gonna lead you straight to the friend zone. Because here's the thing, man, she doesn't want to lead. She wants a man who she can trust. When she's emotional and she's kind of going in and out like the tides of the water, I'm speaking all poetic like David Data or some shit. If you're a strong rock that she can lean upon in times of emotion, then she's going to trust you as a man. She's not gonna question your decisions. She's not gonna shit test you left and right. She's going to just trust that you know what you're doing, and she's gonna follow your lead from there. And that way you can lead it to a place of win-win, to where you know that you wanna sleep with her, you're qualifying her to see if she's worthy of bringing into your life. And if so, if she meets your qualifications, then you can approve of her and have sex with her, develop a relationship with her, really whatever you want to do. So how do you qualify? Like I said, it's about knowing what your standards are. So now that you know what your frame is going to be, what do you actually want in a woman? Now add a little caveat here before I give you the exercise to figure this out, but I truly believe that most guys do not know what they prefer in the women that they date until they've gone out and actually dated a lot of different types of women. Because even if you would have asked me like 5 years ago, Patrick, what do you want in your ideal woman, your perfect 10, right? What qualities does she have? I promise you, those qualities are 100% different than they are today. Why? Because I've gone out and dated a lot of women. I've dated women that were hot, but I hated their personality. I couldn't stand being around them for more than 20 minutes, and I wanted to shoot myself. I've also dated other women who maybe weren't as hot as that girl, but their personality is so awesome, and when we get together, it's just like fireworks, right? There's a lot of different types of women, and maybe even not just the types, but their preferences. What do they like to do in their free time? Do they exercise? Do you exercise? Or do they play video games? Do they watch TV? Or do they read books? Are they into personal development? All these different things go into the types of women that you're gonna date and the types of women that you may or may not prefer, and you won't even know if you prefer it or not, or even if it even like meshes well with your personality and how you are until you actually experience it. That said, you gotta start somewhere. So whether or not you've gone out and played the field or you've dated a lot of women, to know what your preferences are, I highly encourage you to sit down after you get done watching this video and literally like list out, I would say 10, 10, and 10. So you're gonna have 30 total qualities. So 10 deal breakers. What are things that if a girl does this, or if she has these personality traits, or if she's into these certain things, that you would absolutely not want to date her or not want to be around her? All right, so that's the first set of 10. The second set of 10, what are 10 things that you really want in your ideal woman? These are like deal breakers. Once again, if she doesn't have these, then you probably don't want to date her. She's not your ideal woman. And the last set of 10 is what are nice to haves, right? It's not like deal breakers. It's not like she has to have these, but what are 10 things that would be nice for a girl that you're dating to have? And when you know these things, now you have a little bit more clarity. Now you have a map before you go out into the wilderness and start dating women left and right. So now that you have those 30 things, what I really want to add in last here before we close out the video is, what does it mean when a girl qualifies to you? Well, it's the same thing that if you go to a job interview, what is the person interviewing you going to do? He's going to look at your resume. He's probably going to look at you at face value and get an impression of you, but then he's going to ask you questions to see, are you qualified for this job, right? And those questions are his way of qualifying you. And when you answer those questions and you try to sell yourself to him, now you're qualifying yourself to him. And when you go out into the dating world and you're meeting women and you're dating women and you're talking to women, conversing with them, you can ask these types of questions. You can talk about different things that imply that this is your standard for what you want. And then that's gonna entice her to qualify to you. She's gonna tell you things that are gonna show you that side of her personality to prove to you that, hey, she is spontaneous and fun and adventurous, or she does have this X, Y, and Z trait, right? When she does that, she's qualifying to you, which is good, because if she's selling herself to you, what she's really doing is investing energy into you. And the more energy she invests into you, the more sold on you she becomes, and the more she chases you along the path of you leading this to wherever you want. So that said, if you want to know the proven steps to attracting women, qualifying women, creating powerful sexual tension, and getting them chasing you no matter where you are in the world, or what your bank account says, or your height, or whatever external traits you have, then I highly recommend you pick up my book, 107 Proven Ways to Get the Girl. In this book, I'm gonna give you 107 different proven ways to qualify women, attract women, create powerful sexual tension with women. So if you want 107 proven ways to attract women, the truth is you don't need all 107 of them. If you really master a few of the ones in this book, then I promise you're gonna be way better off than you've ever been before, than you can ever imagine. But I don't want you to be at a shortage of information, and the best part, I want to give you this book 100% free. All you got to do is cover shipping and handling, and I'll ship this book to you anywhere in the world. To get this book before we run out, go to howtogetthegirlnow.com, and I will see you in the next video. Now I'm going to take off this shirt because it's kind of hot in here, and I'll probably put on some pants eventually.